Hello, everyone. My name's Lex, and it is Saturday morning. Slightly rainy Saturday morning, but warmer than it's been, at least. So I kind of just wanted to hop very quickly because there's a lot to fucking cover over the past week or so since the last Zenless stream I did. Oh man, where do I even fucking start here? Because we went over the 2.8 special program last weekend. And there's been a couple of things since that even happened. They had said that they were going to put up the season 3 teaser at the end of the special program at within the coming days or so. And lo and behold, it happened. So the season 3 teaser Before the Wind Rises came out, and that was a couple days ago. And then there's been a couple things of news since then. So I guess we'll just start with that season 3 teaser.
New Eridu hides a secret. Its prosperity springs from an endless stream of data. Originating from a place far removed from the noise of the city. The celestial nexus. Rose Califer.
Go. Inform all department heads of the decision.
3, 2, 1! Weird. Parameters are correct. Why is the output...
It's good that you stay focused on your work. But perhaps it's time I take a closer look at your research budget.
Huh? Why, Belina? You already cut it last month!
The wind's picking up. The storm is coming.
Huh? What agreement? You need my signature too?
Since when did Flint Workshop's opinion matter this much?
Miss, please, don't make trouble for Dada Boo.
Okay, I'll sign it.
The rest should be reviewed again as well.
Yes, sir.
Full of openness. No elegance.
Hey, you alright?
Lady Secret? What I mean is, your tactics are sound, but your execution still needs work. Your...
And yet, prosperity is nothing more than a fleeting illusion. The source of that endless stream is neither human ingenuity nor a gift from the heavens above. It is a chasm of suffering.
Is this really the outcome you want?
Those who gaze into the abyss will find the abyss gazing back. Those who abandon their past cannot escape being hunted by it.
Rose Califer.
That towering ideal now stands on the brink of collapse. The old vows may no longer remain.
All I want is an answer. One that only you can give me. Sunbringer.
Hey, Yellow. Hope you're having a good evening. So yeah, that was a season 3 teaser. Um, you're right. It does kind of give me some Arcane vibes as well. Arcane being Riot Games, League of Legends property. The Netflix show that they did based on League of Legends. Um, yeah, with the mixture of like tech and like old old I wouldn't so much say Victoria England, but like uh old English kind of era. Um that's kind of the vibes I'm getting from Rose Califer. Um but there's also a couple of things that I noticed in the trailer. So we have some of these Bang Boo. I'm assuming this one's called Data Boo. That walk around with headphones and stuff. We already know about Norma and Valina. Don't know who this girl is. Who is I guess they're in the middle of like some kind of research or something. I don't know, or field trip. But they decided to focus on her for some reason. Then we got Valina, Wind Mommy, Valina. So we know. Well, I'll also get into that because they've started doing the drip marketing for season 3, and 2.8 hasn't even fucking come out yet. So, or yeah, 2.8 hasn't come out yet. So we already have drip marketing for these two. We know what their stuff is going to be. But I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, we have these two kids who are with Felina and Norma. It seems like they're in the middle of, I don't know, a freaking field trip thing while Norma's doing her conducting her research. Her hat is a cannon. Again, we'll get into that in a couple of moments. Then we meet, and there's actually a post on this that we'll get into. Next character we meet is, I believe her name is Claret. Not exactly sure what her role is, but it looks like she is a member of Flint Workshop in Rose Califer. I don't know if that's like a tech department or research department, some type of machine workshop group that is at Rose Califer. Is she going to be a playable agent? Who knows? We don't know if any of these characters are going to be playable agents. There's a probably good, strong possibility that at least 70%, if not more of them, will be playable agents. And the others will just be regulated to NPCs. But, I mean, she's kind of giving agent vibes. So, we'll see. And then there's the girl that's behind her. I believe her name is Roxy. I think I saw someone had posted something that Corin had made mention of having a friend that had like kind of similar description. So we don't know if this is someone who may be connected to Corin or not. Who knows? I mean, she has like the monster vibe that Victoria Housekeeping has, with, you know, Lycon being a wolf or a wolf man, Rena being a ghost. I wouldn't say Ellen is lagoon monster, but sea monster or shark monster, and then Corin being like a Frankenstein monster. I guess you could say that this girl is zombie in that case, if she is any association with Corin or Victoria Housekeeping. Who knows? They made a point to kind of look at these two characters. Don't know who the girl is. She's probably going to be an NPC. The dude that's here, don't know who he is. Probably going to be an NPC. But we had a similar thing where I think it was season 2's teaser. We only got to see like the back of a character, but then they ended up being, I think it was Monato. We saw like his back and he had his sword, but he was like just walking down the street. But we didn't know who he was at that time. So it's probably a similar thing here where they're just showing off like characters in certain states, and we won't know if they're going to be a playable agent or not. The next thing we got going on, it moves over to like this training ground. We have these two dudes. They give off NPC vibes, if I'm being honest. And then all of these guards are getting their asses handed to them by this horse lady named Sigrid. I'm assuming she's probably like captain of the defense force of Roscalifer. I say horse lady because she does. I don't know if it doesn't show it the best, but she does have like upstanding ears. And even when she came through, her heels are kind of like horse-like, horse hoof-like. So yeah, we have a Uma Masumi girl in Zenless now. Not like Zhao Ye Xingguan, the fake. I don't even know what the fuck she is. I don't even know if she's a horse styrene or not. She is something. But yeah, so we have this horse styrene that is leading this defense training exercise. It seems that she is, I mean, as this video is playing forward, the Bangbu is getting signatures from people who are the heads of departments. So it seems like she's probably a very high up person. Whose signature is needed for whatever this document is. And then we get introduced to a new character called the Storyteller. Don't know what her role is. It's mysterious, and there's not a whole lot of context really to go off of here. Other than that she has this, I don't know, she has this manipulation of liquid metal. So that's an interesting thing. Also, I kind of noticed that her legs, I don't know if she is maybe an amputee, but it looks like her legs are blades. So that was kind of an interesting point. And then she also wears like the eye mask. So don't know what her overall deal is, but she seems to have some quite importance in this season 3 story. And then I think this would be an ethereal core that she has like wrapped up in this liquid metal substance. So I don't know how she's able to kind of like control that. That's interesting. Maybe she's the one that is, because in 2.7 was the whole deal of these ethereals that had lost their color, that had been drained of their color. So maybe she's the one that's doing that. To what ends? Who knows? But it looks suspicious. Don't know if she's going to be an ally or an adversary. Then we get introduced to a new character. I believe her name is Phoenix. She's just surrounded by a whole bunch of lava. I'm assuming it's something that she caused, so that's interesting. The next scene we come into, these characters, I'm going to say that they are probably associated with Helios Academy, because we've seen this picture in the Proxies computer room, but it was like a torn version of this picture, where like this part that's kind of like white was like essentially torn off, and it was only just showing Belle and Wise. I think there was another character that was there, but they were like crossed out with like a marker. We actually can go in and see that picture. But yeah, I mean, these two characters have this picture with them, so they probably are associated with Helios Academy and probably know the Proxies as well. But yeah, we got this purple hair girl with a flower, and then this red hair guy. But they don't show their eyes or anything else, so we don't know too much about them either. There's a dossier that's been built on Belle and Wise. This etheric other it was mentioned in the special program, and we actually get a better look as to what this thing is. And I'll show that in a couple of moments. But I'm assuming this is something that Severian is building on the Proxies. This dossier of what they are and who they're connected to. Will Severian become a excuse me? Will Severian become a playable agent? Don't know. Who knows? But he's at least going to be having a major part of the story in this coming season. And then this last scene here, we have Ramiel coming into essentially, I don't know if this is a throne room or just some kind of room, chamber. She takes off her cloak, reveals her full angelic form. She brings out a sword, and it looks like she is confronting Lady Sunbringer, who we see mostly just her head for the most part. There are a couple other shots or thumbnails. It looks like they've done a slight redesign on her outfit, her design for the most part. Looking on the fucking forums, there's a lot of people who are upset. There's a lot of people who are upset and how different she looks this time. And it's not like the first time we have seen her was really a clear picture, but now people are saying like, oh, she looks like a mixture between Yijuan and Caesar, and that she looks generic as opposed to whatever teaser images that we've seen beforehand. I don't know. People are getting their fucking panties in a twist. Until we see like the actual full look of the character, I'm gonna reserve judgment. But yeah, that was season 3 teaser. And that was just one of many things that came out. But actually, before we even go further into that, so I mentioned that there's the etheric other, and that was mentioned in this special program. Then they started putting out the drip marketing for those things. Hold on. It doesn't like to load correctly. All right. So this thing actually got a name. Perios. And I joked when they had mentioned it in the special program. When they had mentioned it in the special program, I joked that it looks like we were going to be getting like a JoJo Bizarre Adventure stand. I think that's actually what this is. It's literally a stand, or like a persona, that the characters of Persona get. Yeah. So this thing, I'm assuming it's S rank. I don't think the proxies themselves are actually going to be getting onto the battlefield. I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. But they have a stand-in that is going to be on the battlefield, it looks like. This is the culmination of all the so-called ether training that they've been doing under Yijuan and I forget the name, the temple. And that seems like it'll all culminate into them being able to summon this protector of sorts, Perios. It is an ether attack agent. So, I mean, for the most part, what is a stand? Oh, geez. This will probably be the best thing to explain. So in JoJo Bizarre Adventure, all the characters, or JoJo and his descendants, they have what are these stands. Essentially, I'll just read it. it's a visual manifestation of life energy or the soul energy of the user. So the entity is physically generated by its owner, referred to as a stand user. It generally presents itself as a figure hovering over or near the user and possesses abilities beyond those of an ordinary human, which, depending on the stand user, can be wielded for good, evil. Think of it as like a personal, I guess you could say a Pokemon or a Digimon or something like that, but this is like being manifested from your soul, and it takes a physical form. Um, and these things are pretty powerful. They share, since it's a manifestation of your soul, the damage it takes, you will take as well. So like in this little gif right here, this dude's fingers are being destroyed, and the damage is being shown on him. So it's linked to you. So yeah, it looks like uh the proxies are getting their version of a stand of some kind. This etheric other. Called Purios. And then from what I've seen, since the proxies are called Phaethon, and then Helios Academy and whatnot, that whole Greek mythology. If I'm not mistaken, I think the names of, oh god, what was it? I think it was Helios's horses that he drives across the sky. Because he has 4 horses that pull his um oh wait, no, hold on a second. Okay, so another name for Helios is Phaethon. But he does have a chariot that pulls the sun across the sky. And I think one of the names of those horses is Pyrrhos. Does it say? Here we go. Oh, is this going to be a video? No, I don't want to go through all that. I think I misspelled. Oh, no, I did. Oh, Phaethon is Helios's son in mythology. Does drive the um chariot at sometimes, but it's usually Helios who drives the chariot across the sun. Yeah, one of the horses is named Pyrrhos. So I would not be surprised if we get some other things that may also get the names of Aethon, Eos. Actually, no, we already got one. Our Bang Boo, Eos. That's another play on words that would be Eos in this sense. So there's 2 more that would end up getting named from this chariot of horses. But yeah, we already have Eos, our Bang Boo, and then now we have Pyrrhos, our etheric other. So yeah, those are some of the things that are connected to Phaethon. I'm kind of bouncing around, but honestly, this is all connected. It's all connected. The fucking board. So yeah, they also put out character reveals. Essentially, they listed out the character and then the English voice actor and Japanese voice actor who are going to be. I can't get a closer video showing this. But they essentially, it's like, oh, this is a character. This is going to be their Japanese voice actor. There's going to be their English voice actor. And there's a number of names on here that are actually kind of big. Not kind of big. Actually, there are some pretty big names. Um, you know what? I'm just gonna play this video because it shows it goes over a lot better than I could.
The English voice actors for Season 3 of Zenless Zone Zero are absolutely stacked because they got Toph, Futaba, Morgana, and Farina? Starting off, we have Madeline Doro voicing Norma, who also voiced Polly from Nikkei. Then there's Rihanna Moshal with Valina, who also voices Sarija from Honkai Star Rail. Cassandra Lee Morris, who's now behind Claire, voices Morgana from Persona 5, and Mulani from Genshin Impact. Brian April, who now voices Roxy, also voices Kobeni in the dub version of Chainsaw Man. Danny Chambers, who voices Sigrid, the Horse Siren, is also known for Niwu in Genshin Impact and Arlon from Honkai Star Rail. Phoenix is voiced by Michaela Murphy, the famous voice behind Toph from the Avatar. Severian is voiced by Black Melon, who's also known for his roles as Rerier in Genshin Impact and both Lygus and Ashvale in Honkai Star Rail. We also have Laura Welsh as the storyteller, who also voices Zubai in Genshin Impact. Then we have Amberly Connors as Remiel, Dear Lord. She is not only the English voice acting director, but also voices Farina in Genshin Impact and came up with the famous Arya voice line,
What is miasma?
It's when you can't breathe very well.
Finally, we have Erica Lindbeck as my personal favorite character, Sunbringer. Erica is also known for multiple roles like Futaba in Persona 5, Luna from Haluva Boss, and Misty in Cyberpunk. All in all, I'm going broke for Season 3. Well, I already am broke.
So yeah, a lot of, I mean, the other point of making is that there's a lot of female characters that were shown in that teaser. There's a lot of female characters in that teaser, and a lot of characters that are probably going to be introduced. The testosterone levels are fucking tanking in this game. That's for sure. But yeah, there's a lot of voice actresses from various different medias. A lot of stuff that's being pulled from Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. But as kind of noted there, Erica Lindbeck is a very well-known voice actress. She's had a number of pretty big roles. And she's going to be doing Lady Sunbringer. And then who was Michaela Jill Murphy is also a pretty well-known voice actress. She's going to be doing Phoenix. She was the voice of Toph in of Avatar. I think she's still going to be voicing Toph in the other stuff because there's an Avatar fighting game that's going to be coming out pretty soon, and then I think, and I'm still a little upset on this one. There's an Avatar movie that is coming out, but I think that's going direct to fucking Paramount Plus. That's a whole different discussion. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, no. I think she's also going to be voicing Toph in that one too. So they had a couple of posts that talked about of who the character is, who the Japanese voice actor is, and then who the English voice actor is going to be. So that was kind of that. And then they, like I mentioned, they started doing drip marketing for 3.0. And the first two agents in that are going to be Valina and Norma. Valina.
Good day. I'm Valina Ergid, Administrative Director of the External Strategy Department. I'll be your guide. If anything's troubling you, leave it to me. I'll handle it.
Valina, she is going to be, they had mentioned that they're going to be bringing in the, whatchamacallit, Earth element into the game. That's loud. The wind element is being brought in 2.8 first, and then it's going to be officially part of the agent rosters in 3.0. And the first agent that's going to have it is going to be Valina. She is a S rank wind anomaly agent. And they did do a post onto what wind element does, so we'll go into that in a couple of moments. But yeah, she's going to be the first S rank wind element user. And I know you had asked me of like who I was thinking of pulling for, and then normally I was gonna kind of have some reserved judgment. When it comes to special cases like uh unique agents, because she is going to be the first and only wind agent that we're going to have, maybe for a little while. Don't know what the rest of the rest of the roster is going to look like at 3.0. I feel like she's going to kind of be a must pull at this point. Because knowing the devs, they're going to be putting out monsters that are going to be weak to wind or need some kind of wind mechanic to kind of go through. You could probably brute force it with other characters. But yeah, I wouldn't put it past them to start putting out some wind weak elements or monsters and stuff like that at some point. So she may be on the board. She may be on the pulling list. And then we got Norma.
Truth always lies beyond the boundaries. My job is to push those boundaries. I'm Norma, and I build Bamboo at the ESD. Oh, speaking of, have you seen the one I lost?
Yeah. So we have Norma, who is a fire stunner. I see a trend that a lot of their fire stunners are shorties. Because we have Kaleda, and we have Jufufu, and now we have Norma. The only exception to that is Lighter, and that's just because he's lighter. But all the other fire stunners are shorties. I mean, there's not too much more to say with that, though. There has been, as I've said, Lighter is not short. That is true. He's the exception. He's the one exception to that. All the other fire stunners are short. Are short girls. They have started the beta testing for the 3.0 agents. So actually there's a video on what her stuff is, and I think I'll probably pull that up in a moment.
Prosperity is nothing more than a fleeting illusion.
This is just season 3 teaser again.
Those who gaze into the abyss will find the abyss gazing back.
Is an answer. One that only you can give me. Sunbringer.
So yeah, for season 3 characters, I was watching some shit. Where was it? Here we go. Wait, nope, that's just one of them. Oh, wait, no, that is what I wanted. Whoops, I fucked up. Alright, so they have the animations for the beta of both Felina and Norma already kind of being worked on. Where's the next electric attacker? It's going to be in this season. We just don't know how soon it is going to be within season 3. But we know there's going to be an electric attacker in season 3. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Life, death, taxes, and electric attackers. Those are guarantees in life. But yeah, so Felina, wind anomaly agent. What looks like a sword is actually just a big ass fan. kind of reminds me a little bit of Tamari from Naruto, because she used a giant fan for a lot of her stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if they use that as like their inspiration. I realized they gave her like coattails and ribbons and stuff just to accentuate the whole wind element that she has. Don't know about the big knockers. I guess because they flap in the wind, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so that's Valina. Big old Valina. And then Norma. Our little fire stunner. Who I guess is an engineer that is in charge of developing Bangbu. And yes, that is a gun turret that she is sitting on. More on that in a couple of seconds. So she has cannons. Her little hat is essentially a turret. She creates turrets that come out from the ground and fire bullets or missiles. And her ultimate is just summoning a fucking nuke. I wish the explosion could be a little bit bigger. If the size of that missile is gonna look like that, the explosion should be way bigger. But yeah, she summons turrets that fire bullets and missiles, and I guess that translates into stunning. So that is the current version of Norma. Granted, we haven't even gotten to 2.8 yet, so they're going to be working on them until I'd probably say about halfway into 2.8. And then we'll probably be getting the actual special program and stuff in the back half of 2.8. But that's not all. There's still fucking more. They came out, speaking of 2.8, they came out with the character demo for Promea, because she's going to be the first agent in that update. The second agent, Starlight Billy, is going to be in the banner switch. So we have her character demo.
We've tried everything, but they aren't someone we can deal with through legitimate means.
That's fine. Krampus has kept an eye on them for a while.
You've got some nerve running an underground auction under the name of Tops.
Do you want Dylan and me to handle it?
No need. Just wait here for word. Promea will take care of it.
Almost! If I could just open this! What are you doing? Stay still, all of you!
yes, they did a good job setting this up. And now, for the last. The moment you've all been waiting for. Ooh, what is it? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the highlight of tonight's auction. Raise your paddle.
Classy.
This opportunity won't last. A sleek, graceful figure in the stunning violet hair. Tonight's crowning jewel. No, the rarest find this auction has ever seen. Go ahead and place her most generous bid. We'll see who she belongs to.
Your target is the one wearing the ram mask, the organizer of this auction. Get rid of him.
Found him.
KO. Oh no, no, I'm still alive.
Mission complete.
Good. Did everything go well?
Everything was as expected. What's my next mission?
Oh. Okay. Okay, so she went undercover into this auction that's being held, this underground auction that's being held, and put herself up as one of the items for sale. We'll classify them as items because that's usually how this shit goes. I'm not surprised that styrines are being put on auction. It definitely seems like something that this is something that you see quite a bit in like One Piece too, like other races being used as slaves by the celestial dragons. So like there's a major arc in One Piece that goes about the slave trade of, and like fishmen and mer people are put on auction because they look different than the regular humans, so they're kind of susceptible to that shit. I feel like thyrines are pretty much the exact same situation. They look different from humans, or depending on how like connected to their animal they look, they end up looking different than humans, or humans with just animal features. But that doesn't stop people from doing shit like that. So she goes undercover as one of the items on sale. I don't know why in particular she's being added as the highlight of this auction. That's a little bit of an odd choice, I guess. Unless there was something special about her. But, it wasn't really discussed, and I guess it's not really important. The one thing that was interesting, because normally they haven't done this in a while. It transitioned from 2D animation and then went into 3D gameplay. They haven't done this in quite some time. Honestly, they haven't, because the old character demos used to just be 3D gameplay. I'm talking about like the season 1 character demos. So like if you went back and looked at Zuyon's character demo, I think it was like all 3D gameplay. And then at some point in season 2, they transitioned to just having 2D animations of what the characters can do, but they didn't have like any gameplay stuff. And it looks like now they've gone back to having some actual gameplay mixed into the video for this. So we see her doing a lot of her moves from her set and stuff. And then mission complete. I don't know if she straight up killed the dude or whatnot. She seems more like the assassin type. Krampus, I guess you can say they kind of are like assassins. But I guess it really depends on the job. But anywho, that was Promea's character demo. And then, geez, there's still more. We got her W Engine showcase, which is Frostfall Sickle. And then we got for display only for Promea.
Nice weather. Perfect for atonement.
She's wet. That's all I can say for that one. She's wet. But yeah. That's so right. That's not fucking all. I mentioned it earlier. They had put out some stuff on the wind element mechanics. There's some other stuff that they have here. Wind attribute mechanics preview. Slightly zoom in on this a little bit. Yeah, I thought Krampus was just an oversight organization for tops, for people who not to go, out of hand, go crazy, do weird stuff. I feel like there's been a number of times where it's almost implied like they will eliminate those people who get out of line. Maybe that's not what happens. But I could have sworn in like Zhao's character demo, I think she just apprehends the dude, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if she fucking murked his ass. And then yeah, Promea gives fucking assassin vibes, like Hitman vibes. Like if you really get out of line, okay, we're gonna send Promea after you to silence you once and for all. I don't know. That's just like the feeling I get off of her, but I could be wrong. The others may just be, you may have the more nicer people, like, God, to say that Banyue is the more nice of the group is fucking trippy. The fucking machine that's built to destroy miasma is probably the nicest of the group. Then you got Dylan, then you got Zhao, then you got Promea at the other end of the spectrum. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more Krampus people, but we haven't been introduced to them. But yeah. Wind attribute mechanics. Hi Proxies. In this issue, we'll be bringing you a preview of the mechanics of the new wind attribute. In version 2.8's Deadly Assault, Proxies will face off against powerful enemies with the wind attribute. Future versions will also introduce brand new agents with the wind attribute, so let's dive in and learn more. And we've already learned that the first wind attribute agent is going to be Felina. So we'll see that. We'll see that in the coming months. Alright, basic information. When an agent deals wind damage to an enemy, it accumulates wind anomaly buildup on them, after which they enter the wind-swept state. When enemies enter the wind-swept state, their actions are interrupted and they take massive wind damage. Contamination. When an enemy is in the wind-swept state, any direct wind damage they take will be increased based on certain agent mechanics. Additionally, when an agent deals fire, ice, electric, physical, or ether damage to an enemy for the first time, it will trigger the corresponding attribute's contamination effect. For example, let's look at when an agent first deals ice damage to an enemy in the windswept state. Let's see. Under the contamination effect, the direct wind damage and direct damage of the contamination's corresponding attribute taken by the enemy will be increased based on certain agent mechanics. mechanics. During a single windswept state's duration, the contamination effect can be triggered this way once. So it sounds like wind attribute is very good. Well, it sounds like the anomaly agents will have a fun time with wind damage, as they'll be able to add their corresponding element damage to the wind damage that gets thrown in there. Um, and it will trigger a contamination effect when that occurs. So yeah, I feel like Anomaly is going to be getting a boost in this coming season with the wind damage being added. Vortex. When applying a different type of anomaly or attribute anomaly effect to an enemy already afflicted with an attribute anomaly, and if one of these anomaly effects is windswept, the disorder effect will not be triggered. Instead, the vortex effect will be triggered. Upon triggering vortex, the attribute anomaly other than windswept will be finalized, dealing AoE damage of the corresponding attribute. For a period of time after triggering vortex, vortex cannot be triggered again. Let's take, for example, triggering an ice attribute anomaly to an enemy already afflicted with a wind attribute anomaly. So it looks like when applying a different one, so normally when you apply two different anomalies, attribute anomalies, they will trigger disorder, and then that'll be an extra burst of damage. It looks like that won't happen if one of those is the wind element. Instead, it will trigger vortex. So then, I guess this is just a different version of disorder, but there's also a time trigger on it. Like you can't continually put on disorder or put on vortex like you could with disorder. Tip: when vortex is triggered, the contamination state attribute will be forcibly converted into the attribute corresponding to the triggering vortex. So yeah, those are kind of like the basics of how wind attribute anomaly works. I'd have to actually like see it in actual practice to kind of get more of a feel for it. I'm more of a visual learner than I am just text reader. But I mean, it looks like, I mean, we're not going to get a wind anomaly person until 3.0, but at least we'll have some kind of initial look at it in 2.8 when they bring in this monster that seems to have the wind attribute on them. And I think finally, I think that is all of the major news that came out in the past couple of days. I think there'll probably still be a teaser for Promea, but that's probably not going to be until, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like tonight or something like that. So we won't get a look at that until next weekend. Which by then I think 2.8 would be out. I think it'll be out on this coming Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh, the one thing I think I may have missed last weekend, maybe I had gone over, I can't remember. Was that they said they are going to be bringing Zenless Zone Zero to Steam. So there's already the Steam page for Zenless that's up. It's planned for Q2 of 2026, which would be actually pretty shortly, because if we're looking at calendar year, yeah, we've already crossed into Q2. Q1 would have been from January to March. Q2 would be April to June. Q3 would be July to, I think, September. And then Q4 would be October to December. So yeah, we've already crossed into Q2. So it looks like maybe in the next coming weeks we should see Zenless on Steam. I'm going to assume they're probably gonna put it up. It says Q2, but I'm thinking it's probably gonna be when Season 3 starts. That's when they're going to start. I mean, it makes the most sense. The start of a new season, they put the game up officially on Steam, so that a whole bunch of new players would be able to get into the game. But yeah, I think they're doing like some testing up, so you could try to apply to that if you want to, and see how it functions when it comes out on Steam. But yeah, that will be now. I think that's all the news that's been around for a while. For now, I'm just playing the game on Epic or Epic Game Launcher. What am I looking towards to the most coming up? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm very curious to see where this story is headed in season 3. That's probably the first and foremost thing that I'm curious about. Like I had said earlier, there's a lot of female agents I think that are going to be coming in season 3. So I'm very curious to see which one of those characters that they showed in the teaser are actually going to be agents and which ones are going to be just NPCs. There's a couple that I have a very high guess on that are going to end up being full-on agents. But a lot of them are kind of just just kind of just I don't know, guesses. Yeah, rip to my polychromes. I don't know what the hell I'm going to be doing from a pull standpoint. I will say, I am kind of sad because I don't think I'm going to be pulling for Sissy anytime soon. I'll have to wait till a rerun. Because Goofy Snake Lady is fun. But I'm going to have to put her on hold. I will vote with my wallet for more male agents just to balance out all the estrogen that's going to be coming. Starlight Billy is definitely going to be on the list, but he's not until the second half of the banner of the 2.8 update. So there's Promea that's coming up next. She's not a priority because I mean it's hard to top. It would be nice to have another Ice Anomaly agent to work with, but I mean, it's hard to top Miyabi. It's just hard. If they had put out other Ice Anomaly agents before they brought out the fucking Void Hunter, that's one thing. But they didn't. So it's kind of hard to justify any Ice Anomaly agents other than Miyabi. So Promea is going to have to be another rerun character that I look at in the future. Juan says there's no reason to pull anyone except Void Hunters. I mean, he's not wrong in the most part, especially for the same corresponding element. So like, if you have, we have a Ether Rupture in Yijuan. So it's like any other ether rupture that comes out is going to be measured against Yijuan. We have ice anomaly, or frost anomaly agent. Any other ice anomaly agent that comes out is going to be measured against Miyabi. We have what's her ability?
Whatever you seek, I will
Need a different.
The weather's nice today.
Honed Edge.
Maybe we could catch a movie together.
Honed Edge, and she's an attacker. Any other physical attack agent that comes out is going to be measured against Xiaoguan. So it's like, if they were putting out other agents before they got to the Void one, that's one thing. But unfortunately, they've kind of brought out the Void Hunter agents a little bit earlier. So then it's like any other agent that comes afterwards is automatically going to get compared to these ones, and that's a hard sell.
The weather's nice today. Maybe we could catch a movie together.
Just because of the amount of female agents compared to male agents, I want to say it's like 4-1 at this point. For every one male agent, there's like 4 female agents, probably even more. It's probably 5-1, to be honest. There's such a rarity at this point, so I feel like just to bring out a little bit more variety, I feel like some of those guys need some reason to get pulled. But yeah, like I would agree with that sentiment. Void Hunters are just at the top, and it's kind of hard to justify going for other agents when those ones are on the table. But yeah, so Promea is probably going to end up being a rerun for me. Starlight Billy, he's a male agent. He's a physical rupture agent, so that's at least something that goes for him.
Greetings.
I don't know if they're going to be doing buffs to rupture in general. That could also be another thing, because I think a number of the enemies they've been putting out recently, rupture hasn't really been needed for any of those. Like earlier on in season 2, rupture was good, and I think recently it's been moving more towards anomaly, so rupture's kind of been falling to the wayside. So once if they go back to having high defense enemies, then rupture will kind of be brought back into the meta. I don't really care for the meta, but that's what I've kind of been noticing. But I think just because it's Billy, I'm gonna give him.
You name it.
I'm gonna give him a look. And then for season 3, well, Valina is the only wind element agent that we will be seeing, at least for the first couple of months. I'm assuming she's going to be the first one in season 3, and then Norma will be the banner switch for that. 3.1, I mean, we don't know of who's going to be coming afterwards, but I'll pull her just for the ultimate. I mean, to be honest, I found it fucking hilarious that she just summons a nuke. Like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna nuke the battlefield. If the explosion's if they do make the explosion larger, I think that'll just give it to me. But I just find it fucking hilarious. But yeah, Norma, maybe she'll probably end up being a rerun as well, because I have the other fire stunners. Like Jufufu, like Lighter, like Kaleda. I don't use Kaleda as much. I probably should start using them more. But I have Jufufu and I have Lighter. So I have all the other fire stunners. So do I need another one? Not really. But then it's like, her gameplay does look funny to me, so that could push me into pulling for her, but I don't know at this point. And then what's the other thing? Oh, just a new location of Rose Califer. I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing with it, because 6th Street, we kind of have like the metropolitan, I guess 90s vibe, I guess you could almost say, with like the cassette tapes and the VCR players and stuff like that. But it's also mixed in with like the later 2000s, more tech era stuff. Then we have Phylum Heights, which is more traditional Chinese architecture and design. And then now we have Rose Califer that looks to be like Old English. Excuse me, so sorry. That seems to be like Old English. So I'm curious to see what design aspects they're going to be doing for this new location. Alright, so we have a couple things to work on real quick. Guys, we did, what, almost an hour worth of just going through news and stuff? Master Yapper. I mean, there was a lot of stuff to cover. There was quite a lot of stuff to cover. But yeah, I'll have to see what comes about in 3.0 to get a real sense of like who and what I want to be pulling for. Give the Banggood peg pads. Alright, and then we do Hollow Zero. Alright, Operation Matrix for this week. Candle in the Wind. In battle, agents' max HP cannot exceed 30%. Damage taken is increased by 50%. However, all agents gain stronger buffs. Oh, cool. Awesome. Okay. And we're up against her. What's her resistances? Oh. She's not in deadly assault this week. No, she's not. I'm trying to remember what her fucking things are. Oh, I totally forgot. Nope, it's not Aaron's. It's the bedroom. I'm not speaking on season 3. I could have sworn you could see this photo. Looking for that freaking video, or not video, that photo. I could have sworn it was somewhere in their house. Oh, there it is. So this is the photo that was in the teaser. So one girl's face is crossed out with the marker, and then this other person's face is kind of torn. I'm pretty sure this is the same photo of the siblings when they were younger in Helios Academy. But it looks like the hair color is different for the girl, because the one that we saw in the teaser had purple hair, and this looks more like blonde. So I don't know if that's the same person, or maybe it's just someone that they all know. Not 100% sure. But yeah, that's what I was looking for. Oh, and then the other thing was fucking Vesper. Weak to ether, resistance to ice and fire. Okay, so we're good. I feel like that picture... Actually, maybe you're right. Maybe it hasn't been there the whole time. I'm pretty sure I had seen that one somewhere before. In the house, but maybe it was just moved there recently. But yeah, that was a picture from their younger days at Helios Academy. So it looks like that's going to be playing a role of some sort in season 3. With whoever those two NPCs are. I guess for now we'll just call them NPCs, who they were. They could be playable agents, maybe. This is going to be rough because we can't go above 30%. So we're going to need to go through routes that have heals.
Keep your eyes open.
Does it have to be me?
That's good anomaly. Yeah, we'll do that. Son of a bitch. I had to get the one that drains HP as well. Cool.
Too late to run now! Every villain is great.
Any last words?
Let's run! I get you all wrapped up. Kindly fall into despair.
It also reduces enemies' defense by 8% and all accurate resistance for 30. Or everyone gains full squad damage. We'll do this one. I do want to increase. I feel like increasing our max HP is probably good or bad. Give us a little boost. And cannot heal. Whole squad's anomaly perversity increases by 30 and their attack increases by 10%. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Left path gets us a heal.
Waste of time. Resistance is futile.
Ooh, this gives execute. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
No escape for you.
I can't believe there's a golden bamboo here. Did it get lost too?
Such provocations don't go unanswered. Huh.
Let's ride the wave!
It stuns the boss. Cover energy decibels. Heal me. Aquarius, I think, was Celeste. I think that was Celeste's album. But yeah, no, Stars of Libra. That's Astra's. Also the name of her faction. Oh, this is gonna slow. Oh, you're resistant. Oh, that's bullshit.
Surrender. Careful. Down. Let's not disappoint our customers.
Waste of time.
Kindly fall into despair. Press the attack.
Oh, it does execute on bosses too. Oh shit, that's actually good. So I don't have to deal with the rest of their bullshit for a while. Yeah, we'll do this one. Let's see. I mean, we're always going to be below 70%. So crit damage by 60. I'll take that. This does nothing. Wait. Non-rupture agents gain. Okay. This applies for everyone. Oh wow, wait, we have 4 of them. Reduces defense by 20%, or with Venom, active characters' damage increases by 50 until Venom is depleted. I like that. You know what, we'll go beta. Shit. Kind of hoping there would be a heal one towards the end. Here we go. Oh, it's behind us. What does she like? She likes shiny and sparkly. Part 2 to this. Healer, heal me.
afraid. It won't hurt. In pursuit. Switch it up. Sweep the wimps away. Careful, I'm venomous.
After any auxiliary agent assist ends, the agent re-entering the field with re-enters with an ultimate. Oh, that's cool. I'll take that one.
Does it have to be me?
Alright, and this is the final boss. How much do we have? 7,000. Take that one. Fusion. Not too much. Vital View. More demons for the X special. So, because we have Blood Fury going, we're constantly losing HP. So, that would trigger, right? Increases agent crit damage by 30% for 20 seconds when losing HP. We're constantly losing HP because of Blood Fury. Fuck it, we'll take it. Just in case. Perfect Assist, increases crit damage, we'll take that. Refresh. Increase crit rate. Anomaly Mastery. Inflicting Disorder effect increases the whole squad's anomaly proficiency. Yeah. We have Disorder through Yanagi. We don't have a balloon. Dodge turns the following dash attack into a dodge counter. Sure, I'll take that. That's all the money we got. Zeroed in, I think, is the buff that Orphe and Magus give, but we don't have them, so that doesn't really help us.
Tonight's performance is brought to you
Resistance futile. How lucky! Press the attack. Fired up city. Let's ride the wave! Guess what my umbrella can turn into? Down. Let's not disappoint our customers. Got a summer surprise!
Okay, so it would have been no back to first.
Sign for it? Oh, this one got too late to run now. Whoa! I'm going for it. You can't escape my gaze. Now, I've got moves too. Let's try something new.
And that executed. Fuck, I won 6 here. God damn it. Have to put her onto the side. Alright, grab all that for the week. Now we can finish this off. logistics. We have enough to buy that tuning calibrator since it's now the first of the month. Well, second of the month. Yeah. Buy out the master tapes too. And then start building up stuff so we can get other things. Don't have enough to get the hamster cage. So we'll wait on that. Oh, whoops. Potential archive. We'll put a boost into... We'll do Lycon again. So he just needs one more. Ellen and Soldier 11 need 2 each. And then Bernice, Haramasa, and Grace need 5. So those will be a little bit later. Oh, we never did HIA. And we're in the middle of double rewards.
What's your honor really worth? Let me show you how it's done.
Starlight never dies! Bigger bats! Quit moving!
Ready!
What's your honor really worth?
Move over! Time for the real show!
Come on.
My bullets never lose sight of their target!
Things are about to get violent.
You ready?
Run it back. We're just doing some smaller level ups on some people.
There's no retreat now.
My bullets never lose sight of their target!
Take them all! Don't get comfy just yet. Courage is power. Knowledge is
Things are about to get violent.
Let me handle this! Try this!
Just pepper them from a distance. Let's see. We don't have... We have a battery, actually. Totally forgot. Do it one more time.
I'll take you.
Take this!
What's your honor really worth?
Let me handle this!
Courage is power! Knowledge
Things
is
are about to get violent. That all you got?
I'll take you.
There's no retreat now.
Flames fade, ashes remain.
What are you waiting for? To catch a bullet?
Home is where the head is?
All right. I don't think that's. I think we may need a little bit more on that one for Zhao. So we can get this, max it out. Ultimate switch. That one up. And then we need 63 chips. All right, never mind. So we're gonna need to run this probably because I think the double drops will still be up tomorrow, so we should have enough to do that. That should be enough to get her finished out.
I'll show you my real value this time.
Oh.
I may be.
I have.
One.
I shall follow your orders.
Like on. Bump that.
I'm at your disposal.
Alright. And then the only event that's up for now is Charge Battle Against Negative Reviews. Negative reviews. There's no need to fear. Your expert, super precise reviewer is here. Redu's top tier reviewer is on the way. Justice and truth will soon be delivered. Now this is mentioning that it's by days. I am hoping this is not a daily unlock. If it is, I will be very sad. But we'll see. Knowing my luck, it probably is. Oh, it's not over, so it is a daily unlock. Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, I guess that means we'll have to finish it next weekend. But we'll at least get started now. Story said lucky coins and red display window, tiny little thing, pretty and shiny, reflecting light. Once you got it, smash it up, and you can get Denny. Denny pops right out of it. Okay, interesting. You can tell they're saving up their efforts for a new season with these recent events. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. This is like the epilogue of season 2, so I feel like most of the stuff is kind of just like fillers. Not to say that there's not any work being done to even make these events, but like they're not as complex or fleshed out as they could be, or as some other events have been in the past. So yeah, these are just like filler things until they get to like the next big thing, which would be season 3. Yeah, season 1's epilogue was pretty good, at least from like a story aspect, because that kind of brought us into kind of the closure of what Bringer was working on. Started getting us more involved with the Exaltus, and then we also were working with Mockingbird, with Hugo and Vivian, to kind of get all through that. This one, it felt a little disjointed, probably because the first half of the epilogue was dealing with the Angels of Delusion, and that was more or less like out of left field compared to everything else. We just randomly were, I guess it was more trying to have some kind of events / agents to deal with the Gilded Carrot Day holiday. So that's where the Angels of Delusions fit into that. But like the overall story that's been happening, they weren't really associated with any of that stuff at all. But then now we've kind of gone back a little bit connected to the story, but still a little bit to the left field with the whole Hollow Champion competition. And really that was more of just an excuse to introduce Ramiel, who would, and Severian, who would be having more interactions with in season 3. It was really just a vessel just to bring those characters in. And then Promea and Starlight Billy, I feel, are just kind of just added in there just because they needed some agents to be part of the whole thing. I could be wrong, but I feel like it was just more of an introduction just to get Ramiel onto the field. But then like even like the events like themselves, I don't feel like a lot of them had, and I think one of the things that they said that they wanted to do a lot more was to have more connection to the overall story with the introduction of agents and the introduction of events and stuff like that. So I feel like they have been doing that, and halfway not so much. I don't know, that's just how I'm viewing it. It is one of those daily unlocks. Fuck you, game. Okay, alright, sure. Daily login unlocks new reviews. Press X to enter corresponding review. Order details show transaction info for both parties. User reviews display user feedback on products and services. Check out merchant replies here to see merchant requests. Based on your judgment, choose to support keeping or removing the negative review. After selecting, the public opinion will be displayed. Alright, so for this first one, user order details. User notes, new Eridu's greatest review boo. Item info, 1 porcelain coin. User ratings. Report that 10-year-old shop fair and honest. Total scam. What? Lucky coins that bring wealth? Nope. Already smashed. Not a single Denny in sight. 1 star. Terrible review. Don't go. Anyone who wants to go, come take it up with me first. Okay. Merchant reply. Mr. Square's Yuzaha. We've heard your concern, but at present the merchant does not appear to be at fault, so unfortunately we can't process your requests. Our apologies. Merchant request. Request to remove negative review. This customer mistook a portion of coin for a lucky coin, then somehow smashed it and demanded compensation. Behavior is truly hard to understand. Please remove the negative review. So I just press the button and that does it. Okay, I guess I'm doing these. Okay, so there's more, so I have to do multiple reviews over the course of a day. Gotcha. Alright, user notes none, item info, rainbow dye 1, coat grooming package 1. User ratings. I should have known better than to go to a thiring run hair salon. I asked for a wild, handsome style and now look at me. My friends keep trying to pet my hair, saying it's spiky enough to pass for a cactus from the outer ring. Go on, go ahead and laugh at me. Okay, I feel like that's on your fault, sir. Beaverson Beauty Salon. Bringing you the ultimate makeover experience. Thanks for stopping by, and we can't wait to see you again. Merchant request. Request to remove the negative review. The hairstyle given to the customer perfectly matched the requested wild and dominant hair style. The service met all standards and the quality was reliable. In fact, the complaint itself proves it. I mean, yeah, they're kind of right on that one. I mean, the first mistake was going, unless you are a thiring, I don't know why you went to a thiring hair salon. Unless you were specifically wanting something that looked different. So that's on you, bud. You also got the rainbow dye. Okay, well, remove. Oh. Public opinion was to keep the negative review? Interesting. Huh. Okay. Deluxe capsule. User ratings. The advertisement made it sound great. Ultimate use of space, the comfort of home, but in reality, there's no room to lie down. Can't even sit upright, and turning over is a pain. Alright, so the merchant reply. Well, it's sized to fit you perfectly, right? That's the ultimate space optimization. Scientifically designed snugness. Super cozy and secure. Just give it a little bit more time to get used to it. You'll be fine once you do. So they request to remove the negative review. The shop has not engaged in false advertising. Every advertising claim is backed by reason and evidence, with thoughtful details and presentation added in accordance with scientific design principles. I mean, they want it removed. I honestly don't even know what the fuck to do with this event. Alright, if we keep it, what happens? Okay. Public opinion. 75% said to keep it, 25% said to remove. So I'm wondering where they're getting the public opinion piece. Is that coming from players who have started working on this event and it's already kind of polling from what responses they've given? Maybe. Alright. I am Info, a beagle. Half a year ago, I bought this little dog. Since then, for 6 straight months, every single day and night has been filled with non-stop barking, yapping, and howling. When I asked the shop owner for help, all she said was, "This is how Snowy is. If it's too much to handle, we can't refund you. Just bring the dog back to Fluffy." What is that supposed to mean? Is she trying to take my dog back? I only asked for a solution. Now she wants to take my dog away. Sorry, but this is how Snowy is by nature. It was mentioned before, and a copy of Snowy's care guide was even provided. Other than that, there really isn't anything else that can be done. Request to remove negative review. I hope everyone will think carefully before raising Snowy in the future. I mean, it sounds like information was provided to the customer even before, as they were purchasing it. And honestly, I can't go against Fluffy. And that seems to be in the majority. 79% said to remove the negative review. All right. No items purchase failed. Ignorant jerk, bullying mutt, thick-headed rock, Dennings, right on the counter. Such a bad dog, pretending not to see. I don't even want to read the rest of this. You can't say shit about how. That's not. No. Remove it. I'm not even gonna read the rest of your complaint. Fuck you, bro. How can do no wrong. But I'll read it. I already jumped as high as possible. It pretended not to see, even barking at me. I'll knock it down. Get off that counter. Let's settle this. He even wants to fight Hal? Nah, bruh. Can't have that. Could another address be provided? The owner said the magazine can be mailed over. Sorry, I didn't see you. Meaning you couldn't purchase the magazine. Yeah, no. I'm siding with Hal on this one. Alright. Another purchase failed. User ratings. Last week, I ran into a giant monster in the city. It charged at me and stole my hero's courage. Now, my soul is still drifting around out there. I can't read, can't go to school like normal. Okay, sure. I need proper rest and tons of chips and candy to recover, but the doctor won't write me a sick note. He said I should keep going to school and fill the emptiness with knowledge. That's not right. Liar, doctor's the worst. Alright, little one. Dealing with things like big monsters falls outside this clinic's treats, and it doesn't meet the basic requirements for issuing a medical record. Thank you for understanding. Remove the review. A professional physician has confirmed that the customer is physically fit and mentally sound. I don't know about that. As no such illness exists, this shop cannot issue a medical record. We request negative review be removed. Yeah, I don't know what this person's deal is. They said they ran into a monster and now they can't read and can't go to school. I think you have other problems. Alright, remove. User notes, less ice, double milk. And this is a Tin Master special. The drink had a hint of motor oil. I looked up and sure enough, the owner was a construct. This is blasphemy. We coffee purists will never allow something like this. Wow, are you being racist to an intelligent construct like Tin Master? Jesus. Okay. Tin Master's coffee. Thanks for taking the time to leave a review. I hope our coffee sets you up with a great move for the day. Please remove the negative review. Comment contains personal attacks against construct residents. A coffee's flavor has nothing to do with the identity of its maker. Please have it removed. Oh my god. A review based on racism. I thought one was gonna show up at some point. I wasn't expecting it to be against Tin Master. Yeah, I'm gonna side with Tin Master on this one. What the fuck? Alright. Acupuncture or acupressure massage. I'm telling you, that guy Du Yi must be a construct who's mastered dark magic. That kind of technique, where one light press can make someone pass out on the massage table, has to be one of those strange rituals the books talk about. Be extremely careful around him. Okay. Old Dewey's Posture Correction Studio is here to give everyone the most comfortable experience. Strange rituals and dark magic. This store doesn't offer anything like that. It's just a simple massage a few simple massage techniques. Alright, the request. Remove the negative review. This is a legitimate massage parlor. There's no dark magic going on like this. Customer claims. Please take down the review. I'm gonna have to side with Old Dewey here. Alright. I think that's it. Oh, that was all of them. Oh, right. That was all of them for now. Oh, shit. So it's one per day? Jesus. Okay, this event is very short. If you can even call it that. And it doesn't finish up until 3 days later. Okay. This event is for the next 10 days. Right. Okay. So then, if this doesn't end for 10 days, so this event technically would still be around when the start of 2.8 happens. Right? This runs until the 13th. Yeah. So, I mean, this patch is going to be ending in 3 days. Excuse me. It's going to end on the 5th. But this event is still going to be going on for a couple more days after that. So it'll be up until... Because normally they would start the next version or next banner like the day after. So if that's the case, it would be the 6th would be the start of 2.8. But this event's going to be still going into that. That's interesting. I don't recall if they've ever had that before. Usually events will end at the end of a version. And then they'll start new stuff at the beginning of the next version. I don't recall... Well, other than the Angel of Delusion stuff, but that was still because those versions still had Angels of Delusion. So that made sense. I can't recall any other event where it would just continue into the next version like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just not remembering anything at the moment. But that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, because file callbacks is going to end in 3 days. And then that will be the end of version 2.7. Unless they're not going to update to 2.8. If 2.7 ends, and that would be on Tuesday, then maybe there could be. I don't know. It's not specifically saying. I mean, it hasn't been updated to show when 2.8 would be starting. But all right, sure. Interesting. But yeah, that's kind of about it, to be honest. There wasn't a whole lot from a gameplay standpoint. That was the only event that really came up. I don't know what that notification was. That was weird. Do I have any? No. What time is it? Oh, it's 12:30. I don't know if there was anything else I was going to do for this morning. I thought there was going to be more, but there wasn't. Find this stuff for now, then the rest will be later. I mean, I don't have enough now. I'm thinking, Jesus. I'm more for, God, but she's another electric attacker. That's the thing that's kind of annoying. I'm kind of wondering if I should either try and pull for Cyssia or for Promea, but then it's like, and then, no, fuck it. I'll stay strong. Stay strong. We'll wait till reruns. And I'll just save what I have for right now with Starlight Billy. Alright, well, there wasn't a whole lot other stuff I was going to do. I guess this will be... Because I don't know when 2.8 is going to start. Will it start the day after the 5th? Or will it be a little bit later? Oh well. Either case, I'll probably just leave it for now. I mean, this was still about 2 hours, so it wasn't too much of it wasn't a waste or anything like that. I think I will be back later tonight. I just wanted to do relative short stream. I'll say a relative short stream. I have no idea. Just going over Dragonbane stuff, because tomorrow morning I am going to be running a Dragonbane one-shot for DirtCon on the Crash server. It is our little convention event, raising money for ALS diagnosis. because one of our community members, Dirk, passed away last year because of ALS. So we had DirkCon last year when he was still around. So this will be the first time that we're having it without him, but still in his name. So I know that they are running a couple of games throughout this weekend. I think they had Cobalt Heist yesterday. I think they're doing a Draw Steel game right now on Crash's server, or Crash's channel, I think. As well as, I think there is We Be Goblins later tonight. I think that's going to be from Muffin, who's running that. That's a Pathfinder one. And then tomorrow morning, I am running a Dragonbane one-shot. But tonight, I think I may just do a quick little going over rules and stuff like that. In case it will be spoiler-free. I'll try and keep it as spoiler-free as possible. But then, yeah, tomorrow morning, I don't know who's going to be streaming that game. I probably could, but I want to focus more on just being able to run it. But anywho, I think I'll just cut it here for right now. And I'll catch you on the next one. All right. Peace.